fourth in both the races in La Molina. Strong won one and the second in the other. Suri Hamari was second in one and won the second one. So those are the four men coming into these Winter Paralympic Games, with Shea having dominated the early part of the season. Now over the triple, jumps the middle one, lands on the backside, has to put a little speed check in before this final set of features. Strong's second time 51.62, and Shea not up to the challenge, but it's quicker with his combined time by 1/100th of a second. It could not be closer in the men's snowboard cross. So now we have riders 17 through to 33, and Malak Lavina of Slovakia is the first of the other riders still to go. Hamari will be running at the back, having not finished the first run. But Lavina with a first run time of 1:05.42 needs a combined time of under 2:19.24 to make the top 16. To make the top seeds for the third run. Well, Hamari not finishing and Monzo falling. There's a real chance for a couple of riders to bridge that gap. And Lavina stops the clock at 1:04.36. It's a second quicker, and he slots into the top 16. Now Patrice Baratero, 1:07.26 on his opening run. The time he needs is under 2:19.24 to make it into the top 16. Ooh, that's it down on the heel edge. Arms moving frantically to maintain balance. 43 years of age. Baratero sets himself up now for this key part of the track. The triple just gets a bit of air off the second one, which causes a little bit of a problem. But the smallest of speed checks, and Baratero doing incredibly well to stay upright. He really is balancing well. 1:03.44, and it's almost a full 4 seconds quicker. He's gone into 14th spot. Wojciech Taraba of Poland now, 1:09.09. 19th quickest on the first run. Can he, like many before him, find a quicker run than run two? The top of the leaderboard, very, very close. 1/100th of a second separating Strong and Shea. Evan Strong leading the way from Michael Shea by 1/100th of a second. Now, Taraba finishes 1:01.68, so that is a much better run. 7 and a bit seconds quicker than run one. Now, Giuseppe Comunale of Italy, 34-year-old, 1:09.54. A lot of these riders, I think, having had one run under the belt, will feel a lot more confident about the conditions and what they are able to do, where they can push, where they need to rein it back in. Oh, Comunale gets too much of the heel edge on that berm and comes to grief. And he won't be bettering 1:09.54, I should think, on the second run. So he'll have to come back and do it in run 3. But his chance of making it inside the top 16 has vanished for the third run. $2:15.65, sorry, the time required to get inside the top 16, and that is come and gone. Minali, 29.54 in the first, sets a time of 1:19.23 in the second, 19 for the time being. Ian Lockie of Canada now. Can he find the time 4 or 5 seconds quicker than his first run on run 2? It's very wide, set up high for the blue gate. Just gets a little sideways and kills momentum. Sun out and shining on this snowboard cross track. And Ian Lockie now coming up to this triple, absorbs them. Now the toe edge turn before the couple of rollers and then the final feature. Oh, he's come to grief. Just inside of the finish. It would have been a lot quicker than his first time. As it is, it's still quicker, but by over a second. And he goes 18th. Could well have snuck inside the top 16. Now Luca Righetti of Italy, 1:14.75 in his opening run, and he's down in the opening berm. Quickly back up onto his board. Now Righetti wants to remain error-free for the rest of this run if he can. And try and get somewhere close to 1:14.75 once again. 22nd after run 1. Oh, no. Takes a very direct line into that triple. Had too much heat. And goes down. And he won't be beating his time for run 1, I should think. And he's said that. 1:14.75 is not beaten, but it would have been had it not been for those 2 errors. So the first of the Russians in the second run, Alexander Ilinov, 41 years of age, 1:15.81 in the opening run. Would need a run of around a minute to make the top 16. Whoa! It's not going to happen. He gets it wrong coming into that heel edge berm. Ilinov into this heel edge raised turn. Here comes that triple roller. There's the speed check before it, and then the speed check on the top of the third one. Sets up for the finishing straight. The crowd start to lift their voices. And Ilinov 1:15.81 on the first run. Oh! Well, he might, no. Swims over the line. And Alexander Ilinov does beat his time from the first run by 0.2 of a second. Stefan Lossler now of Germany. (1:16.35). The crowd still going mad for Alexander Ilinov in the finish after his crash off the final feature and then his decision to swim across the line. Milking the applause. Now Lossler, 1:16.35 in the first, 24th. Real chance to get up the standings. Definitely make it inside the top 20 if he puts in a decent run here. Oh, survives the triple roller, carrying quite a lot of speed. Now, did he get inside that red gate? I think he just about did. Direction wasn't perfect. Now, Lossler, 1:16.35 in the first run, 1:06.37 in the second. He's beaten it by 10 seconds. And he does go 20th. We've got Ivanov of Russia, the next to ride. (46 years of age), 1:19.55, 25th in the first run. Crowd loving it at the bottom, creating a great atmosphere as the riders make their way down this course. Of course, set by Jeremiah Wheeler of the United States, built by Davide Serrato of Italy. 24 features in total. Looking from 1,100 metres at the start to 960 at the bottom. 140 metres the total drop. And Ivanov inside of the finish, just goes to ground. But now the crowd start to ramp it up again. 1:19.55 the first time round. What can Ivanov do here? He's outside it. Stops it at 1:23.93. 24th position, combined time of 2:43.48. Marion Koch of the Netherlands. Big fall inside of the finish in the first run. Still managed to finish 26th, 1:21.94. Certainly capable of a lot quicker than that, if it's error-free. Good job on the opening turns. Fourth and fifth in the opening two runs of the World Cup on home snow in Landgraf. Only one finish outside the top 10 in Big White where he was 13th, so he's 8th in the World Cup standings. He'll be disappointed by his first run, but he's got a chance to make it up with two solid second runs. Could be a lot of changes in the minor placings in the third run, but the first run, the top two slots, well, it's going to be very tight. There you go, that's much better. A minute just over for Marion Koch, and 13th quickest on the second one goes 20th equal, same time exactly as Stefan Lossler. Fabio Piscitello of Italy, 1:24.34 in the first run, and not enjoying himself on the opening turns of the second. A little shake of the head. Now Piscitello would have been hoping for a clean second run to give him a real chance of getting up the standings, but with two runs containing errors, it's not going to happen for him today. even with a quick third run. And will be limited by the times set in 1 or 2. Now, he's 1:24.34 in the first run. Kind of course is slushing up. Oh, Piscitello! Yeah, he does well. He's beaten it by 9 seconds or so. A much better run. Now, Yevgeny Slepov of Uzbekistan is next to go. 1:34.45, 28th in the opener. Uzbekistan appearing in the Winter Paralympics for the very first time. This is the sport of snowboard first. Whoa! He's got that all wrong a little bit. He's into the A netting. And, well, no damage done. The netting's still intact. He's still intact. And we'll continue. Probably continue for the bottom so he gets his 2 runs in, just in case something totally untoward happens on the 3rd and final run. So this triple combination of berms is set up before the treble roller. And Slepov gets in the speed check before this final pitch and final set of features. 3 rollers and a double jump, a little pump of the air, and he stops the clock. 1:41.39. Georg Schwab now, 29th in the first run. The time 1:34.94, the 48-year-old. Schwab looking a little uncertain on the opening turns. Can we just zone into the course in the bottom part? A lot more upright, standing taller than others before him. So make it slightly trickier. Now this raised bank turn, look at those clouds coming in on the hill on the far side. Looking a little menacing. Rob comes to grief in front of the triple roller. And has to jump up to the top of it to try and get a bit of speed. Get over the second. Yeah, he's there. And it's all gone now. It just can't get the rhythm back. So 1:34.94 in the first. He's not going to beat that, so he'll have to come back in run 3. Now giving him a good lift inside of the finish. And 1:54.47 for Schwab in run 2. He's 28th position. Andre Pereira now of Brazil, 1:37.17. 30th position from the first run. Didn't enjoy himself at all on these opening turns in run 1. But, hopefully we'll have learned from that run and can put together a cleaner second run. close to that blue gate out of the berm. It gets to change of direction in. Now, Pereira coming through the sweeping turns before getting back into the rollers. This is the third of the rollers. Whoa, gets by, just hangs on, stays upright. So 137.17 should be beaten by around 10 seconds or so, maybe even more. Pereira, yeah, well done. Beats it by 14 seconds. Goes up into 27th position. Now, Aitor Puertas-Marin, disqualified in the first run, needs to lay down a run here. We'll come back for the third and final run of this men's snowboard cross competition. Looking a little bit more assured on this second attempt. Okay, only halfway down, so let's see if we can keep this run going. And the sunlight being pushed out of things by the cloud rolling in. You can see the finish area in shade now, and Puertas-Marin goes down at the worst possible point of the course. Crabs back up onto the slope, and we'll get a time. But we'll be back at the back of the field for the third run, because of only one finish, 129.54. Ivan Osharov, another that was disqualified on the first run. Penultimate rider on this second run to go, with just Kirill Finkelman remaining at the top. And Osharov does well to stay upright. Osharov, can he get in front of Puertas-Marin's time? 129.54. It should be possible if he avoids any more mistakes. And the shadow shade looks further up the snowboard cross course. Osharov, no, same place that Puertas-Marin went down, although not as bad. Less time taken to get back up. Puertas-Marin's time 129.54, and Osharov will be comfortably inside that, 112.87. So the final rider on this second run, Kirill Finkelman of Russia, 29 years of age, needs a time here to come back for the third and final run of the men's snowboard cross. Finkelman changes his lens in between runs 2 and 3. Whoa, just gets a little caught up in the netting. Not too bad. Easy to get the momentum back from that position on the course. 1:29.54. He's looking to beat. That is Princess Madden's time. That's because Princess Madden came to grief right here. And German almost does the same, just makes the red gate. Now, 3 rollers on that final feature from home. Kirrelman being roared home by the crowd. 1:29.54, he's beaten it. He'll be the penultimate rider on the 3rd run. So, after the 2nd run, it could not be tighter at the top. Evan Strong, who was 2nd after the 1st run, now leads the way. 1:44.17, leads by 1/100th of a second from Michael Shea of the United States. Keith Gabel is in 3rd. Carl Murphy, well, he needs to find about 1.5 seconds on this final run to try and get onto the podium. Can Dennis Cole also find a 3rd run? Remember, it's the best 2 runs of 3, best 2 times of the 3 times that count towards the final standings. 33 riders in total, a couple with just the 1 time under their belt, so they'll need a solid 3rd run. And there are the 4, Sulihami, Osherov, Finkelman and Puertas Marin. But it's been a very interesting 2nd run, and it is set up nicely for the final run, which will be coming up shortly. Still the crowd file in. There's been yet more drama in the men. So day 7 of competition at the Sochi 2014 Paralympic Winter Games. And here at the Rosacuta Alpine Centre, it's a historic day of competition because it is the first time that para-snowboard cross has been included in the Winter Paralympics programme. And the Netherlands and America in pole position to claim these historic golds. Mental Spey in the women's competition, and 1 of 3 in the men's. USA currently sitting in gold, silver and bronze. Fabio Piscitello makes his way back up to the top on the 6-man chair. American fans will have plenty to cheer about later on, I'm sure. Loads of supporters here, but the Dutch, as always, in their very colourful orange. So the 3rd and final run of the women's para snowboard cross about to get underway. The fastest 10 from the first 2 runs, the times combined go in reverse order. So Veronica Yoko Plebani of Italy will get us underway. Her combined time 3:47.04. But the boarder who is way out in front is Vivian Mentel-Spey, she has a lead of over 9 seconds on the rest of the field, having completed 2 very clean runs. Heidi Jo Juice can still make it into the top 5. She was disqualified on run 2, but as the rules state, it is the best 2 runs of the 3 that count to the overall, so a chance for Juice to make amends for that mistake in run 2.
Oh, who girls just wanna, they just wanna, they just wanna.
So Veronica Yoko Pleveny tuning into her iPod to psych herself up for
races. Our guys are still going to be dropping
for the 3rd run. Sounds like she's listening to Cyndi Lauper, unless it is a cover version. For the Dutch, well, it would be a huge surprise if they are not celebrating gold. Cecile Hernandez-Cervellon will have to ski somewhere around 58-59 seconds and hope that Mentel-Spey doesn't complete the 3rd run in order to snatch gold away. It's possible, of course it's possible. It's sport, but it's unlikely. There are the French supporters. Well, those gathered at the bottom of the piece will be witnessing history here today, because it will be the first ever medal in para snowboard cross at the Winter Paralympic Games. Brazil competing in the men's competition.
Hey man,
The 3rd and final run of the women's snowboard cross is about to get underway. Veronica Yoko Pleveny, the 10th quickest after the first 2 runs, will go first. The top 10 go in reverse order, so Vivian Mentel-Spey has 9 riders to go before her quest for a historic gold. And Veronica Yoko Pleveny is off and riding on this 3rd run. 1:54.06 in the first, 1:52.98 in the second. Can she find an even quicker run on this 3rd attempt? Just 18 years of age. Part of history for the sport of snowboard cross, para snowboard cross, and the Winter Paralympic Games. In para snowboard cross there are 2 sport classes, one for athletes with leg impairments and one for athletes with arm impairments. But just those with leg impairments are here at these Paralympic Winter Games. And Veronica Yoko Pleveny coming up to this triple roller for the final time. Can she wipe out run 1's time of 1:54.06? Lost quite a bit of speed with that check after the rollers. And here she comes now in sight of the finish. The last feature. Can she break 1:50? Yes, she can. 1:49.36. So runs 2 and 3 count. She has a combined time of 3:42.34. Well, Megan Harmon, the next to ride, and a couple of errors in her opening 2 runs, and she's got another error at the top of the third. 140.07 and 155.84. So 155.84 in the second run is the time that she is looking to beat. But even if she doesn't finish this run, she can finish no worse than 9th. The combined time for the first 2 runs, 3:35.91, so she's already finished in front of Veronika Joko-Pleveny. Now Harmon, can she improve? She needs to make up about 8 seconds, so she needs something around the 140 mark again if she can. Harmon, oh, another speed check, but in the worst possible position. That's the position that takes off all your speed, and as a result, she has to crab up to the top of the feature, and 140 won't be happening for her in run 3. But she should be beating 155.84. There's no more mishaps between here and the bottom. And 151.02. Combined time of 3:31.09. 9th for the time being. Michelle Salt. 134.43 and 149.8. So that's the time she's looking to wipe out. The second run time. But whatever happens, Salt will be inside the top 10 at the Winter Paralympics in Para Snowboard Cross. She'll be looking to compete at the Summer Paralympics in paracycling. And Salt has a mistake on that side berm. Now this combination of sweeping turns before she sets up on the heel edge for the 3 rollers. We'll put a speed check in here. And she'll take the 3 rollers, and then another speed check will come in here. And in the back seat, loses the heel edge, but at least she loses it on the slope, so she's not having to crab back up. Now, so 149.8, her slowest time in the second run. And she's going to be inside that in run 3, 146.85. She moves up a spot, but we still have Nicole Roundy to ride, so she can improve. 124.10 in the first, 159.54 in the second, so she can give us something similar to the first run. She'll be okay. Well, that's an error, but it's in a good spot in terms of being able to maintain momentum. Needs to beat the combined time of 3:21.28 to move back above Michelle Salt. Goes through the berm fakie. Rides regular. She's got some speed here. She's going in far too hot. She didn't look in control, and goes down in the berm. Roundy would have been disappointed with her second run. There's a real chance to improve on it though here. But needs to avoid a mistake after this treble. If she can avoid going down after this treble here, then she will definitely beat that. Oh, well, she doesn't go down, but she does come to a stop. At 1:59.54 will be well beaten. It won't be her quickest run. That was in the first run, 1:24.10. But she will jump back above Michelle Salt in the standings, 1:35.47. In fact, she's also gone above Astrid Fina Paredes of Spain, who is next out of the start hut. So Paredes needs to improve on 1:41.42 in the second run to reclaim 6th position. Needs to be under 2:59.57. 1:36 is the time she needs to be or better in this third run. Excuse me. Into the combination of berms before this difficult heel edge raised turn and the triple roller. Speed check, 1, 2, 3. Puts in the speed check and continues the momentum. Good work from Fina Paredes of Spain, and that should be enough to see it go above Roundy. Might be even enough to get above Bunschoten. Stops the clock, 1:25.02. It is enough to get above Lisa Bunschoten. So 5th for the moment for Astrid Fina Paredes. But Lisa Bunschoten, the next out of the gate, will have high hopes of getting back above the Spanish rider. She goes similar to her first run time of 1:16.31, and that will be no problem at all. 1:39.53 the time she's looking to erase from the second run. A lot of riders had difficulty on run 2 for some reason. Now, Bunschoten. She goes 1:16 around there. She could go into 4th place. Christina Alba of the USA currently in 4th place. Combined time of 2:41.3. Now, oh, that's a big stack from Bunschoten in the back seat. Whip round now. Is she okay? She hurt herself, absolutely. It's,
Are you okay?
she's okay to get down under her own steam. She's missed the red gate, so she will be DSQ'd. So her final time will be 2:55.84 and she will finish 6th. The crowd respond to her. So Christina Alba, even if she doesn't finish this run, can finish no worse than 4th. But she's going to have to put in something special to make it into the top 3. The Dutch supporters, oh, look at this. And then the toe digs in and she gets whipped round, oh, on her head. But hopefully she'll be okay. Now, here is Christina Alba of the United States, 1:10.55, 1:30.75. Needs to get a combined time of under 2:15. So that means she would need a 1:05, 1:04 in her second run, and that isn't going to happen with that fall in the first berm. So the medalists know that they've won a medal before their third and final run. Oh, another error from Albert. I don't think. Well, she might beat 1:30.75, depending if there are any more calls on the way down. Now, speed check before the triple roller. And there'll be a speed check after. And then half over a steep feature before the 3 rollers. 1, 2, 3. Final feature. 1:30.75, the time she's looking to beat. She has beaten it, but she won't improve on 4th. It's the quickest of the 3rd run so far, 1:24.71. Combined time of 2:35.26. So, we know our medalists in the women's snowboard cross. Amy Purdy has a bronze. She's smiling. She can take this easy if she likes, but if she wants to try and get onto the 2nd step of the podium, she needs a blistering run of around 1 minute and 1 second. She can afford no mistakes. Purdy then to try and put the pressure on Hernandez-Seveillon of France, who is in 2nd position. He has an advantage of 7 seconds over Purdy. Purdy's worst time 1:08.61. And so far it's clean. She's going to have to be quick through this combination here. Oh, she's carrying speed in here. Now, will she put the speed check in before this turn? Yes, she will. 4 features from home. 1:01 was the time she needed. She's not going to do it. She'll finish 3rd in the women's snowboard cross. 1:07.41. She does eradicate her first run time, but she is 3rd. 2:14.29. So a bronze medal for the United States in this historic women's snowboard cross race at the 2014 Sochi Winter Paralympic Games. So Cécile Hernandez-Seveillon knows she's done enough for at least silver. Well, she needs to eradicate a time of 1:04.56. She needs to make up a time difference of 9 seconds, so she needs something around 54.5 seconds to depose Mental Spey from the gold medal spot. It's not going to happen. Mental Spey, the quickest run so far, the only rider under a minute of 58.89. So if suddenly clocks 55 something, and she has pulled an extraordinary run out of the bag, out of nowhere. The silver medal run for Hernandez-Seveillon, and she beat 1:04.56 in run 2. The smallest of speed checks before the treble, a little speed check in between 2 and 3. Rides out the speed rather than checking totally. And the time is gone. It's no gold medal, but she will beat surely 1:04.56. She doesn't save her best for last, but she gets a silver medal, 2:07.31. The 2nd run doesn't count, but Hernandez-Seveillon is confirmed in silver. French fans celebrate. But here is the Winter Paralympic champion-elect, Bibia Mental-Spey. She has not been beaten all season. She knows she has the gold medal, whatever happens on this 3rd and final run, but I know she'll want to put in her quickest run at the end and give her fans in the finish area who are decked from head to foot in orange the final flourish that they want. 1 minute .18 in the first, 58.89 in the second. the former elite able-bodied snowboarder who is untouchable in women's snowboard cross and para snowboard cross, and her dominance has brought her a gold medal here in Sochi. Into the final four features Mentel Spey for the gold medal. Can she break a minute for a second time? She can. The quickest run of the lot, and the gold medalist, an historic gold medalist in this inaugural women's para snowboard cross in Sochi, is Vivian Mentel Spey of the Netherlands. Wow.
Get Heidi Joe, get it!
Heidi Joe Deuce, 117.46, quickest after the first run. She can certainly get into fourth place if she can be error-free. Oh no! She needs a time of around 117, well, just under 116 to jump into fourth place. Otherwise, it's going to probably be fifth. So, Heidi Joe Deuce. The 11th and final rider to take on this women's para snowboard cross course. Inside of the finish now, something around 116 gets her into fourth. It's going to be tight. It looks like she's going to end up fifth above Astrid-Fina Paradef. And Deuce stops the clock 120.03. She does go into fifth place between Christina Albert and Astrid-Fina Paradef. She makes the third run count. But there are your historic medalists in this women's para snowboard cross competition. And it's Vivian Mentel Spey who wins gold medal, a combined time of 157.43, a massive margin over Cécile Hernandez-Sévignon of France, who takes the silver, with Amy Purdy of the United States taking bronze. What a race we've had. Historic moment for the Winter Paralympic Games. So we've witnessed history in the women's para snowboard cross. Now it's the turn of the men. The third run of three in this men's para snowboard cross competition, and it could not be tighter at the top between the leading two athletes. The top riders, the fastest 16 going in reverse order. So Urka Eger Zabaltha will get us underway. But just look at the time difference between numbers 15 and 16. Just 1/100th of a second between Michael Shea and Evan Strong. Who will make the third run count? The pressure is on both of those two athletes, but certainly Strong has the advantage going after Shea. If Shea comes to grief, then Strong knows that no matter what he does, he will be the first ever men's para snowboard cross gold medalist. Oshawa Finkelman and Puertas Marin only have the one run to their name, as does the Finnish rider Suri Suhamari. So they need to make the third run count, but Vivian Mentel Spey in the Finnish area has the Dutch flag draped across her shoulders as she makes history in the women's para snowboard cross competition. Here we go then, the third and final run in the men's snowboard cross competition at the 2014 Winter Paralympic Games, about to get underway. The fastest 16 go in reverse order. So Urko Igia Zabalva will get us underway. But all eyes on the fastest three. The Americans, Evan Strong, Michael Shea and Keith Gabel. Strong and Shea separated by 1/100th of a second. Gabel 3.46 off the pace. He could still be deposed by Carl Murphy, half a second behind him. But the medals will be thrashed out a little later on. Let's just look at Urka Zabalva, who needs to better 1:11.76 his time of the second run to make this third run count. And into this heel edge berm, riding regular. GP riders will be a toe edge. Now the triple roller, followed by this left bank turn. Got to get the direction right. A little check to make the blue gate. Zabalva, well, his 1:03.89 is his quickest time. He's going to beat that. He stops it at 1:02.6. So, we'll go again. Zabalva uses runs 1 and 2. 2:06.49 his combined time. Now Wojciech Taraba, he was 1:09.09 in the first, 1:01.68 in the second, so we'll be looking for something similar there in this third run. Now, riding goofy, so in the toe edge through that berm. Left leg at the back. Sets up for the triple. Little speed check before he goes in. And riding nicely over these final features. 2:06.49. The time to beat. He's just over a minute and 1:01.68 and 1 minute .49. 2:02.17 the combined time for Tabara. Now, Paratero of France. 1:07.26 and 1:03.44 his two times so far. So needs to better his first run time if he can. Many of the athletes improving on the third and final run. The first one at the sighter, getting the feel for the conditions. Regular rider, right leg at the back. Trying to finish inside the top 16 if we can. Here's the final massive terrain change and just makes the red gate. Could beat a minute here, just outside 1:01.16. It's good enough. It's his quickest run, and he's 14th at the moment. Next up, it's Marek Plavina of Slovakia, 29 years of age. His slowest run came in run 1, 1:05.42. His second run time, 1:04.36. Took advantage of Matti Hamari's DNF in the second run to get into the seeds for run 2. Now, Lavina inside of the finish. The money features, the triple, followed by This banked toe edge turn for Slovenia. And he stops the clock in a time of 1:03.57, his quickest time of the day. So congratulations to him. Tyler Mosher now of Canada, 1:03.73 and 59.69 his two times. Expect to hear a few whoops as he goes over the rollers. Whoa, just gets too far over on the toe edge. Not too much damage done in terms of time taken off, but find it hard to get inside a minute now. Mosher, 41 years of age. Landing regular. Triple. Sets himself up. Oh, just about makes it. Stays on his feet. Over the final feature. And he stops the clock, 1:11. He does better his time from run one. And he's now currently in 11th place. Chris Vos of the Netherlands. He needs to find around a second if he can. 1:03 in the first run, 1:69 in the second. He needs to be sub 1 if he can in order to retake 11th spot from Tyler Mosher. And Vos having a real go at this. Just seen his compatriot and teammate Vivian Mentel-Shea win gold in the women's event. And now inspiring to let the board run for a caution to the win in his third and final run. He can finish no worse than 12th. Gets through the triple, does he? Whoa! Just hard in the mouth stuff, just makes the red gate, and again just makes the red gate. He's hanging on in here. Chris Vos, the 16-year-old. Can he beat the minutes? Oh no! He would. Oh dear! What a place to fall. 1:03.24. What disappointment. He was on the edge. He's laughing in the finish area, but can't retake 11th from Tyler Mosh. Now Ben Tudhope of Australia, 14 years of age. 2 sub 1 minute rounds. What a story it is. Him skiing, runs in his family. His sisters represented their country as well. And Ben Tudhope showing absolutely no nerves of his first Winter Paralympic Games. The youngest competitor at these games, and acquitting himself brilliantly. No fear through the treble roller, the smallest of speed checks. He's tucking for the line. He wants to beat 58.78, his quickest time so far. Will he get there? Yes, he will. 58.06. Brilliant stuff from the youngster. And he goes into 9th. He will have a top 10 finish at the Winter Paralympic Games. Brilliant stuff. Thomas Verwerker now, 31 years of age. 1:91 in the first run, 57.12 in the second. He needs to find about 8/10. Anything like his second run, and he will climb the leaderboard. He's absolutely flying through the berm here. There's Thomas Verwerker of the Czech Republic. Means business. Set his sight up with the first run at just over a minute. Bettered that by over 3 seconds in the second run. Can he go faster still in run 3? Flies the middle roller. Didn't do that in the first 2 runs. He's really putting the pedal to the metal here. Now, it's definitely going to be his fastest, but how quick will it be? 53.03. That's really quick. I'm just having a look up. Only Evan Strong and Michael Shea have ridden faster. That's the 5th fastest run of the day. So, Carlos Javier Cadena Tomatis next to challenge Verka. He's put himself up from 12th to 9th to 5th in his 3 runs. Cadena Tomatis 9th after the first run, 8th after the second run, 58.01 the time he needs to beat now. As he comes into these, just has to, he slid that berm and he lost speed. Now, what's he going to do on this triple roller? Full speed check, decides to try and suck him up, which he does with his knees. And he's on the edge as well, like Voss before him. But managing to stay on his feet. He's also competing in the alpine disciplines of skiing and of slalom and giant slalom. And 56.57 is his quickest time. Tyler Burdick now of the United States. 7th after the first, 7th after the second. 57.03, 56.73. Needs to find 2/10 on his slowest time to get above Cadena Tomatis, who has 2 times inside 56 seconds. Burdick. Coming up to his double berm. He carved that one, unlike Cadena Tomatis, who skidded it. Now, how will he take on this triple roller? Goes for the pumping of the leg option. And now Burdick in sight of the finish. Can he find another time inside? Well, he's crashed over the line at 55.76, but it's enough to go into 7th place before John Leslie rides. Leslie was in 7th place. He now needs to find half a second on his best time of 56.74. So he needs to beat his second run time of 56.25 by a 10th in order to go above Burdick. Leslie then. Good turns on the top of this course. Into the combination berm. Now, we saw Verka fly the middle. And Leslie doesn't opt for that. But he's carrying some decent speed here. Leslie needs to beat 56.24 to regain his spot. 55.63. Goes back up into 7th, his quickest run by some way. Dennis Cole now of Belgium. Now, he is 8/10 behind Carl Murphy of New Zealand in 4th place and over 3 seconds off the podium. So really he's looking to put pressure on Murphy if he can. And he's certainly going about it, carrying good speed into that toe-edge berm for him. Left leg at the back, riding goofy. Well, can't finish any worse than 6th. He's only been 5th after the first 2 runs. He'll want to stay there if he can, and he flies that middle roller. That's the quickest. Oh no! Got his direction wrong, misses the blue gate, and skis out of the 3rd run. He was showing some good speed. It would have been his quickest run, but it's a DNF, and it's a 6th place finish for Dennis Cole. 54.49 his quickest run. So Carl Murphy of New Zealand, 4th after the first 2 runs, needs to find around 6/10 of a second. The slowest run, 54.62. Now, off and going. What can Carl Murphy do here? Needs a combined time of better than 1:47.63 to upset the medals. Oh no, not to be. Murphy goes to ground, and with it go his chances, his outside chances of a medal. So it'll be an American clean sweep in the men's para-snowboard cross competition. But in what order will they finish? No. Another mistake from Murphy. And well, he skied the road so well in the first two runs, maybe just trying a little bit too hard, but hey, that's what it's all about. Got to put in the effort to try and get in amongst the medals, and he did that, but just pushed a little bit too hard and clips the gate, and that upends him. And a run to forget for Carl Murphy, not the way that he would have wanted his snowboard cross competition to finish, but a very respectable fourth place for the 34-year-old New Zealander. So the medals have been decided. Whatever happens, Keith Gabel will be a bronze medalist now. Has Murphy hurt himself? Let's hope not.
Got you, Duffy.
He's okay by the looks of things. 54.62 and 54.82, his two counting runs. So the fastest three from the first two runs now go. Keith Gabel, well, he's a long way off the pace. He's 3.45 seconds off silver, so he's definitely taking home the bronze. It would be, well, it would be a superhuman effort if he was to overtake Michael Shea. If he overtook Michael Shea, the chance I'd probably overtake Evan Strong as well. So it's not going to happen. But he will be a bronze medalist at the Winter Paralympic Games in para-snowboard cross. First time a competition has been held at the Winter Paralympics. And it's going to come to a brilliant crescendo as Evan Strong and Michael Shea battle it out for the gold medal. Keith Gabel on a demonstration run. Can he beat his quickest time of 53.61 from the second run? And the answer to that is yes, he can. Saves his best till last, 53.49, a combined time of 1:47.1. He is the bronze medalist here in Sochi. So, Michael Shea, the winner of the inaugural World Cup for para-snowboard, gets his third run underway. He's second by 1/100th of a second. He needs a clean run here. He cannot afford any mistakes. If he errors, then the gold will go to his teammate Evan Strong. If he can just better 52.29 by 200ths of a second, then Strong will need to go even quicker. Shea, who didn't finish the World Cup season strongly, with two fourth place finishes, having swept all before him before. Oh, it's all over, and that is the end. There is no grandstand finish. Michael Shea will be the silver medalist. He won't better his time of 1:44.18, and Evan Strong, with that 51.62 second run, wins the gold medal at the moment by 100th of a second. It might be more by the time he finishes. Shea finishes his third run in a time of 1:27, the 8th quickest of the third run. But there's no pressure on Evan Strong to go quicker. He will know that Shea fell. Keith Gabel welcomes Michael Shea to the winners' enclosure. But here is the champion for the men's snowboard cross at these Winter Paralympic Games. It's Evan Strong of the United States of America. Strong and Shea were the two hot favourites coming into this championship. Strong, the world champion in para snowboard cross from 2012, is going to add the Paralympic snowboard cross title to his collection. Runner-up in the World Cup this season. That second run time of 51.62. Absolutely brilliant. The fastest of the day so far. Could also mention to Thomas Maverka, Czech Republic, he set the fastest time of this third run, 53.03. But can Strong beat it? He's absolutely motoring over that steep section, and 51.62 is not beaten, 51.99, but it's good enough for the gold, and in the end the difference is 0.57 of a second down to Michael Shea. And Keith Gabel applauds his compatriot, as does Michael Shea. It's a clean sweep for the United States of America, and the world champion from 2012 is the Paralympic champion in 2014. So, with the medals decided, riders from 17 to 33 will now get their third run underway. And Trent Milton of Australia, the 41-year-old, who rode 103.58 and 114.27, still got a chance of getting inside the top 16 if he can ride cleanly. Needs to make up 10 seconds or so. Milton. Just a little speed check for the three rollers and the little one afterwards. A subtle direction change over that blue control gate. And Milton grunting to himself on the way down. 104.37. By 2/100ths of a second, he fails to make the top 16. Ian Lockie of Canada now. 109.81 and 108.79. The two runs for him. Lockie negotiating the inside berm. Okay. Sets up now for this combination of berms. For heel edge raise turn and the triple rollers. We've caught many out before. A little speed check going in and a little speed check coming out. There it is. The direction change on the toe edge for the red gate, and then the three rollers before the final feature. And Lockie, crashes over the line. 101.47, his best by a long way, by 7 seconds. Look at that, 108.79 and 101.47. Combined time of 2:10.26. 18th place. Now Daniel Monzo, 104.67 in the first, 114.57 in the second. So a chance here for Monzo if he can lay down a quick run to get inside the top 16. But it needs to be error free and it needs to be fairly quick. Combination of berm. toe edge, heel edge for the American. Speed check before the three rollers. A little speed check on the way out and the direction change on the heel edge. Now Monzo looking for his quickest run. It's going to be his quickest, but will it be enough? 102.85, 16th place. He does do enough to get into the top 16. Now, Stefan Lossler. The next to go. Tied with Marion Kirk for the Netherlands on a combined time of 2:22.72 off the first two runs. His quickest is 1 minute .78. If we can repeat that, we're going to jump inside the top 13. Wojciech Taraba, Poland, currently in 13th position with a combined time of 2:02.17. Lossler's in trouble. And he's into the netting, the A netting, which does its job. He wants to finish. He wants to make it to the end of the third run. And the crowd responding to his efforts. Lossler, well, he won't make it inside the top 13, but he will get to the bottom. And the crowd appreciate the determination of the 29-year-old German. He stops the clock, 1:34.52, his slowest run of the three. And his finish combined time 2:22.72. So Marion Kirk will be held at the top, I'm sure, while the A netting is repaired down the bottom. There is the yellow flag. Yeah, he got the direction wrong into the back seat, and he's dislodged the A netting, so that needs to be replaced.
But does he give up? He does not. Gets right back into it and makes it down the
Great work from Lossler. He could easily have given up at that point, knowing that he wasn't going to better either of his first two runs, but he was determined to get back, he was determined to make the finish, and he was determined to give his friends, family and supporters a chance to cheer him home. So Marion Kirk has to wait. A little wave to the camera. Marion Kirk. Now, has that A netting been repaired? No, not just yet. And you can see the yellow flag clearly being waved. And this is why Lossler leaving the snow and crashing into the A netting and disappears underneath, has to extract himself and continued on his way. But those poles need to be replaced, and that's why we're having the holding in the proceedings in the race. And that was Zabalza in the finish area. He's done and dusted in the competition. Finished in 15th place, or he's currently in 15th place. Okay, the A fencing is repaired, and so Marion Kirk, who had a big fall inside to the finish in his first run, and soften going in his third run. 1:21.94 and 1 minute 78. So a repeat of the 1 minute 78 run, and he could be up into 13th, 14th position. But a lot of features to contend with before he has a chance to think about the top 15 finish at the Winter Paralympic Games. The 23-year-old into a combination of burns before setting up on the heel edge down towards the three rollers. Sucks them up. Little speed check, direction change on the toe edge, and now he goes for the line. This is where he fell in the first run. Can he keep it together in the third run? Yes, he can. Can he set his quickest time? 1 minute .63. 13th position for Marion Koch, just behind his young teammate Chris Voss. Now Giuseppe Comunale of Italy, 109.54 and 119.23. If he could knock 10 seconds off his time. Chance to overtake Stefan Lost in front of him, but comes to grief in that heel edge burn. Any more mistakes. Comunale. Coming up to the triple roller. Little speed check. As we've seen with many of the riders. And that blue red gate, the angle of the camera doesn't do it justice. It's a subtle directional change, but it's a very difficult one. And the third run time of 1:13.67 is his second quickest. He stays in 22nd position. Luca Righetti, 1:14.75, 1:15.09. Needs something a lot quicker if he's to improve on 23rd, and that little crash is not going to mean that happens. Also holding up pretty well up here, getting a little slushy in the bottom. Only 60 metres to finish there, pretty low. You can see very little snow off the piste. Finger snaking its way down through the trees. Now Righetti. Over the triple, or he just gets too much speed, doesn't suck it up, and goes to ground once more. And this will be the slowest of three runs. And it won't count, stops the clock 1:17.33, 23rd position, but he's enjoyed it. Alexandra Ilinov now of Russia. Now, he has two times pretty close together, 1:15.81 and 1:15.62. He's 1.6 seconds off the pace of Righetti, so he'd need to go around 1:14 dead to try and leapfrog the Italian snowboarder. Ilinov, 41 years of age. Big speed check ahead of the triple roller, and the speed check in the middle. Steady from Ilinov now. Final few features. 1:15.62, his best time. Can Ilinov get inside? Yes, he can. 1:14.9, and he is 24th. Fabio Piscitello of Italy, 1:24.34, 1:15.9. So need something along the lines of 1:14.40 to leapfrog above Ilinov. No errors Piscitello required then. Carrying quite a bit of speed through this treble. No, too much, but he's fallen on the right part of the track, which is the top of that steep, and so he doesn't have to climb to the top. So his best time, 1:15.9, could still be beaten. It will be beaten. 1:10.28, and he jumps above Righetti as well, goes into 23rd place. Igor Ivanov of Russia, 46 years of age, 1:19.55 and 1:23.93. The two times, which combined together mean he's 26th. The time. And has to go to ground to get back after his goofy stance. The crowd willing him down. Ivanov. Coming up to the treble. And he goes down. I'm not sure he's going to better 1:23.93. The crowd willing him down the mountain. Whoa, no. Into the back seat, and tired looking Igor Ivanov makes his way over the last couple of terrain changes, terrain features, and stops the clock at 1:37.24. Currently 26th with 6 more to go. Andre Pereira of Brazil, 1:37.17 and 1:23.09, his 2 times. Can he set a personal best in this 3rd and final run? 27th, probably the best position that Pereira will be able to finish. Pereira then into these linked berms before getting onto the toe edge to set up for the triple roller. Speed check on the way in. Little speed check in the middle, and a speed check on the hillside edge on the way out. So 1:37 and 1:23. He's going to get a best time here in the third run. Pereira stops the clock. 1:18.98. And he goes above Ivanov. As a result of a good third run. Now Yevgeny Slepov of Uzbekistan. 1:33.45 at 1:41.39. His two runs. Can Slepov negotiate this track for a third time without any errors? Well, there's two athletes from Uzbekistan competing at the Winter Paralympic Games for the very first time. Both of them taking part in the alpine disciplines. Steady as you go from Slepov. Coming up to the triple roller, but doing a good job here. He could wipe loads off his best time. The big speed check as he comes off the third roller. Now, the final four features. Whoa. Winds down the windows, maintaining the heel edge. Slepov, 1:33.45 is best. He's beaten it. Oh, yes. What a celebration from the 47-year-old. Now, Georg Schwabel, Austria, 48 years of age, 1:34.94 and 1:54.47. He had a really miserable time of it in the second run, didn't enjoy it at all. What's he learnt from that? Bring him to this. Oh, that slide there. Get yourself a toe edge. That's a big face plant, but gets around that turn. So, Schwab currently in 29th position with a combined time of 3:29.41. But at 1:54.47, the result of all the falls he had in that second run. So, he can certainly improve on that 3:29.41. Whether or not he can get above Slepov, I'm not sure. He'd have to go sub 1:26 to beat Slepov. No, not too much of a pause through the triple roller. Oh no, no, you don't want to be going down there. And Schwab goes down inside of the finish on one of the flatter parts of the course, and as a result won't be inside the 1:26, but he will be the second run time of 1:54.47, 1:35.63. Collapses into the finish and waves to the crowd. Combined time of 3:10.57.29. Now, Matti Hamari, 57.37, the 8th quickest in the first run, but came to grief early doors in the second run. Now, where will he slot into proceedings? He will not upset the apple cart at the top of the podium. But can certainly get himself inside the top 5 perhaps. We'll have to wait and see. A combined time for the top 5 will be 1:50. But, the flying Finn doing well. Oh no, now. Did he go through the gates or round it? Well, Matti Hamari is certainly giving it his all in that third run. Stops it at 1:02.19 and goes 11th. Ivan Osharov of Ukraine disqualified in the first run for a time of 1:12.87 in the second, which was the 20th fastest run in the second run. When he finished after run 3. He goes somewhere near 112. He will be 24th. Needs a run of sub 112 to get inside the top 20. If it can be error-free, there's a chance. Taking quite a lot of speed into that triple, and just about survives with a heel brake edge, but then he comes to grief as he comes over the terrain change. Still though, a chance for a quick time to beat 112.87. Osharov 1:10.35 goes 24th, combined time of 2:23.22. Now, Kirill Finkelman of Russia, disqualified in the first, 1:24.57 in the second, the penultimate rider to go on this historic men's para-snowboard competition in Sochi. First time that the discipline of snowboard cross has been raced at the Winter Paralympic Games. And it's America and Holland that are writing the record books, but all these athletes will be part of history. Finkelman into the combination berms now, the triple rollers. The speed check on the way in. Speed check in the middle, yeah. Now, this difficult blue-red gate combination. The crowd give it up for Finkelman. Going absolutely bananas here in the finish. 1:24.57 his best time. Finkelman, can he beat it? Yes, he can. 1:23.94. Well done. Goes into 30th position above Slepov and Schwab. Now, Aitor Poletas-Marin. 1:29.54 in the second run. Disqualified in the first. 26-year-old from Spain. What can he do on this final run? The last rider to compete in the para-snowboard cross here at Sochi. Ooh, dearie me, almost got the toe edge and face planted. Good recovery from Poletas-Marin. Now into the combination berms. Onto the left heel edge to set up for the triple rollers. Time around 1:29.54 will put him into 31st slot. And all 33 riders that started will finish. They've all put in 2 times. This is going to be by far his best time. Poletas-Marin stops the clock 1:17.50 and goes 30th. Total time of 2:47.04, and he enjoyed that. He's finished with his best run, and that will be the way that he would have wanted it. So, a historic morning at the Rosa Alpine Centre has come to a finish. And in the men's para-snowboard cross competition, Evan Strong leads a clean sweep for the United States. He takes the gold, 1:43.61. Michael Shea, silver, 1:44.18. Keith Gabel, the bronze, 1:47.10. So it is Australia, the United States, excuse me, that dominate the men's para-snowboard cross. Carl Murphy of New Zealand in fourth, 1:49.10. 2 seconds off the podium, but as I say, all 33 riders that started, finished, they all posted times on this historic day for para snowboarding in Sochi. Well, it's been a historic day here in Rosakuta, the Alpine Centre. The athletes taking part in the para snowboard cross have finished their competition, and they will go down in history taking part in the first para snowboard cross. And there have been plenty of thrills and spills along the way. It's been exciting competition.